You look messy because you skipped these 7 grooming habits elegant women swear by. Looking put together isn't about expensive clothes. It's about disciplined grooming habits most women quietly overlook. A polished woman is built in the unseen details, the small rituals repeated daily. As Audrey Hepburn said, "Elegance is the only beauty that never fades." Yet many women unknowingly sabotage their appearance by skipping key habits. Today, we uncover the 7 grooming practices that separate refined women from the rest. If elegance is your standard, subscribe and let this space become your soft transformation sanctuary. 1. The quiet discipline of impeccable hygiene, aureate consistency. There is a silent language your body speaks before you ever say a word, and it begins with hygiene. Not the obvious kind, but the aureate consistency of it. The unseen rituals done with care, even when no one is watching. The way your skin feels, the freshness of your breath, the subtle cleanliness of your hands. These are not luxuries, they are standards. A woman who skips this step doesn't appear busy. She appears unsettled. And the unsettling part? Most people won't tell you. They'll simply perceive it and move on. What refined women understand is that cleanliness is not occasional, it's rhythmic. It's a quiet devotion to self-respect. And if this rhythm is broken, even slightly, it shows in ways you may never fully notice. 2. The Art of Groomed Hair Velour Precision. Hair is often the first thing people register, and yet it's the easiest to neglect. Velour precision is the principle of softness with structure. Hair that looks intentional, even in its simplicity. Not overly styled, not neglected, just cared for. Unkempt edges, dry strands, or distracted styling subtly disrupt your entire presence. And the truth is, even the most elegant outfit cannot compensate for hair that feels forgotten. There's something quietly powerful about a woman whose hair looks touched by intention, as though she paused just long enough to honor herself. But when this step is skipped, something shifts, something almost invisible, yet undeniable. And once you notice it, you can never unsee it. 3. The refinement of skincare, luminous ritualism. Your skin tells your story long before you introduce yourself. Luminous ritualism is not about perfection, it's about devotion. The gentle act of cleansing, moisturizing, protecting, repeated daily with patience. When skincare becomes inconsistent, the glow doesn't disappear overnight. It fades slowly, quietly, until one day you realize something is missing. A certain softness, a certain light. And here's the unsettling truth. People notice radiance before they notice beauty. Refined women understand this. They treat their skin not as an afterthought, but as a canvas that reflects discipline and calm. Skip this ritual too often, and the absence of care begins to speak louder than any makeup ever could. 4. The subtle power of fresh breath and scent, olfactory grace. There is an invisible aura every woman carries, and it is deeply tied to olfactory grace. Your scent, both breath and body, is something people experience before they consciously process it. And when it is neglected even slightly, it creates a quiet discomfort that no one will explain to you. Fresh breath, a clean base scent, a soft, intentional fragrance, these are details that linger long after you leave. But here's the part most overlooked. Too much is just as disruptive as too little. True elegance lives in balance. When this balance is absent, something feels off, though no one can quite name it. And that uncertainty, it quietly distances you from the very presence you're trying to embody. 5. The precision of nails and hands, micro-refinement. Hands reveal what effort tries to hide. Micro-refinement is the attention to the smallest visible details. Clean nails, soft skin, well-kept cuticles. You may not notice your hands often, but others do, especially in moments you least expect. A simple gesture, a handshake, the way you hold something, it all speaks. Neglected nails don't scream for attention, but they whisper carelessness. And whispers in elegance are powerful. Refined women understand that grooming is not about grand gestures, it's about quiet precision. Skip this step, and something begins to feel incomplete, even if everything else appears perfect. It's subtle, almost imperceptible, but it lingers. 6. The elegance of clothing care, text discipline. It's not what you wear, it's how you maintain it. Textile discipline is the art of ensuring your clothes are clean, pressed, and intentional. Wrinkled fabrics, faint stains, or worn textures create an impression long before your style is even appreciated. And the truth is, people don't separate the clothing from the woman. They see it as one. A refined woman doesn't chase trends, she respects presentation. She understands that even the simplest outfit can feel luxurious when it is cared for. But when this discipline is ignored, the entire look begins to collapse quietly. Not dramatically, but enough to shift perception. And once that perception is formed, it's rarely questioned. 7. The ritual of daily self-check, intentional composure. Before stepping out, there is a moment refined women never skip. The intentional composure check. A pause, a glance, a quiet assessment of presence. Is everything aligned? Is there harmony in appearance? This is not vanity, it is awareness. Because sometimes it's the smallest oversight, a misplaced detail, a subtle imbalance, that changes everything. And the unsettling part? You may never realize it happened. This final ritual is what separates rushed women from refined ones. It is the difference between hoping you look put together and knowing you do. Skip this moment and you leave your presence to chance, and elegance never leaves anything to chance. If you've stayed with me until this moment, then something within you is already becoming quieter, more intentional, more refined. Because the truth is, elegance is never loud. It doesn't beg to be seen. It is felt in the details, in the discipline, in the things you choose not to neglect. Most women will hear these habits and move on, but a rare few women like you will pause, reflect, and begin to embody them. And that is where everything begins to change. So if even one of these habits spoke to you, don't ignore that feeling. It's subtle, but it's powerful. It means you're ready for more. Subscribe, not just for content, but for transformation, for refinement, for the quiet elevation of the woman you are becoming. And before you leave, I want you to do something softly intentional. Drop the word refined in the comments if you're choosing to move differently from today. Because here, we don't just talk about elegance, we embody it, we practice it, and we promise to elevate every woman who chooses to rise with us.